Hello and welcome back to Mass Effect 2. Last time we went to Beckenstein and tried to get a hold of the KG's grey box that Donovan Hock here is supposed to have somewhere in this facility that he's holding a party on. And we have a dapper suit. But we also got some well, we disabled security last time, and we should have authorization now to just go here. Also, it's kind of strange that Eclipse is black like that. I think there's like two types of Eclipse armor. One is black and one is their usual colors. But let's talk to the guard.
Mr. Hock's private rooms are off limits to guests without security clearance.
Yeah, I have authorization.
I have clearance to go in.
On whose authority?
Rude. Well, not my own, not Hock's, but we just disabled Chief Rowe, and I'm sure that someone will answer that if someone asks. So?
I have authorization from Chief Rowe.
Okay, 1 second. Chief Rowe, Samuels. Have you given access authorization to Mr. Hock's private rooms?
They have access, Samuels. They'll stop bothering me.
Got it. Sorry to bother you, ma'am. Okay, you're clear to go in.
Enjoy the party.
Yep, Kasumi answers it for us. Now, there are two ways to get in here, actually. Oh, so that's interesting. There are some panels on these exhibits. But you can actually go to the balcony and hop down, and that allows you to go out here. And if you sneak up on these guys, you can actually punch them in the back and make them fall down. That's pretty hilarious, but that does cause a bit of complications if you do it like that. You can see all those blokes from here even closer.
Look for anything we can get usable DNA from. Just make it quick and quiet.
Alright, so that's his room itself. Quite a posh room as everything else here. And there's those guys there. Yeah, so you would be able to, like, shoot out one of the windows and then go inside. Also pigeons. Alien pigeons. Alright, well, let's start by looking at the desk. Datapad. Akuda decryption project update. Little progress to report. We have now completed dictionary attacks using words and phrases from 4,800 galactic languages. Research into the Akuda family has not produced any matches. It's unlikely that a random brute force approach will produce a result within our lifetimes. Given the nature of the grey box technology, it's possible that the decryption key may not be a password at all. It could be a memory, an emotion, even a smell. The permutations could be infinite. I suggest that we begin investigating alternative methods for breaking through the security on the box. So they're trying to crack in, whereas Kasumi probably just has the key.
We can probably get Hock's DNA off the datapad. He seems to have obsessed over this. But I'm not sure there's enough. Let's keep looking.
Yeah, so basically we need to get enough DNA to unlock a DNA lock. We already got a voice sample. Now we just need a DNA sample. Also, that's a nice keyboard, but there's no monitor unless this painting turns into a monitor. Which would be cool, admittedly, but still kind of weird.
Holographic interface. Won't find a sample here.
Yeah.
No DNA, but... Looks like Hock's been trying to crack KG's grey box. Looks like he's missing something. He hasn't cracked the encryption yet.
Yeah, we figured that. There's some antique weapons.
The cleaners don't dare touch treasures like this. We can get some skin cells from the dust. It's probably contaminated, though. We should find another sample.
Alright. Oh, how about this plant?
It's clean.
It's a plant.
It is a plant! Also, that's somewhat real fire. It's a fire made based on technology from Unreal. Like the game from 1998. So it's a low-tech fire, but it is technically a real fire, rather than a holographic one that we saw in the main rooms. Also, there's a wall safe. So, if you mess this up, security notices that and tries to stop you. So let's try not to mess this up. There we go, there we go. Oh, this is easy, oddly enough. We get a lot of credits out of this. Also, there's a bed and an alarm clock.
Good morning. Time to wake up.
Sorry.
If you break in, instead of getting authorization, and you press this, security also goes in because you're causing noise. But they don't bat an eye at it because we have authorization to cause noise. Alright, how about the pillows?
No hair, no skin flakes.
The housekeepers must be thorough.
Real thorough.
Empty. Too bad. A cigarette butt would have been a good source.
Yeah. There's plenty of couches.
Found a sample?
No, a credit chit.
1 credit. Excellent. And now we have very few things left to search. Let's search this wine glass.
Not a great saliva sample, but it's still useful. That should do it. Let's get out of here.
Okay. Got 2 samples, that should be enough. Nothing else left to do here. So let's just go back. We now have everything that we need to unlock 2 of the locks, but there's still an outright barrier stopping us. Also, there are still a few things that people around here can talk about. So let's go listen in.
Shame about Horizon.
Yeah, it's a shame it didn't disappear sooner. Would have saved the company a lot of money.
Yeah, sure thing, pals. Sure thing. Once again showing that these people are all absolutely terrible, and John would like to bomb the whole place.
The guards seem more attentive than usual.
They'd probably be more attentive to me too if I was wearing that dress.
You.
The vampire's still here.
He's the gun. Have you tried the wine? I have to say, some of the best I've tasted.
Wish I knew where he gets it from. Trade secret, I suppose.
There's some sweets here. I never noticed that before. Huh.
Last time I was here was a few years ago. Hock has done really well for himself since then.
That sounds like Mark Mir talking to himself. Like he does like in half of the game. Alright, well, let's stop fooling around. And go get things done. So, in order to disable this...
Careful. The barrier's still up. We'll have to shut it down to get to the door.
Yeah. And there is a power cable running here.
It looks like the barrier's power cable runs under the floor here. I'll set your Omni tool to scan for electromagnetic fields.
Yep, you can see that it indeed goes into the barrier. So if we could cut it somewhere, that would do. This electromagnetic field scanning tool Yeah, it's pretty useful. You can see everything. It's like augmented reality, basically. And it goes into the fake fire. Nobody's looking, seemingly, here. So let's pull the statue out.
One sec. That should take care of the barrier.
Okay. No more fake fire, but that was probably the cheapest thing here anyway. Nobody's going to miss it. Okay, and I think we're done with listening to what everyone has to say. I think we are. But just in case, let's run through it again. Because we are pretty much done with everything that we need to get access to the vault. And these people aren't talking. Oh, don't get stuck on a corner, Shepard. Oh, there's drinks here. Okay, cool.
He's the gun.
So, let's go. We have access to the vault now. Let's see if we can find that gray box.
That got it. The barrier's down.
Yep. And
DNA identification affirmed. Welcome, Mr. Hock.
that even plays the sound. Also, vault door secured. Password lock engaged, but DNA lock released.
Password required. Voice ID accepted. Welcome, Mr. Hock. Welcome, Mr. Hock. Welcome, Mr. Hock. Welcome, Mr. Hock.
Alright, enough messing around, let's go.
I'll check for security cams. Go ahead and get dressed.
It's not a very efficient way to disable it, you know? And we get the option to choose our loadout now. Let's see, do I need to change anything? Let's change to the arc projector here. Kasumi is good at the Tempest and the Carnifex, yeah.
So this is Hock's vault. Very nice. This scanner will hone in on the gray box. It's not far.
That does not look like a vault. That looks like an art gallery. Complete with descriptions of each exhibit.
Michelangelo's David. Just... wow. Think we could get this out through the door?
No. There's a Krogan statue. Ah, Prothean statue, so that's one of the statues that we saw back on Ilos.
Creepy.
That's also not how Protheans actually look like. Sort of. You'll find out later. Egyptian statue, though.
I could still get money for something like this, even outside the Alliance. Asari go nuts for this sort of thing.
Do they? If you look at over here, there's more exhibits out here. Interestingly enough, there are some mass relay replicas, quite like the conduit. And also...
How did Hock get Lady Liberty's head? Damn you, Hock!
That's a good question, and we actually got some information about that from this panel, somehow. We'll read that later. For now, we still have some things to go through. More Krogan. A Turian ship. That's like a fighter.
A model of the Kara. It's like a Turian Titanic, the way I hear it.
A model, you say? But still kind of small. I don't think that's any larger than a fighter anyway. There's a creature.
Wow. Imagine that thing coming at you in a dark alley.
This is a reference to Dragon Age Origins. It's an ogre or something. I haven't played the game myself, but that is pretty appropriate.
This is nice. Oddly relaxing.
Looks like something that was in the main rooms, also. Oh man, credits. I'm not sure how we can claim salvage money for this, because we're like, yeah, you can find this in Donovan Hock's vault. That's under 3 locks. Good luck getting to it. And all these Krogan statues.
Hock has good taste. I'll give him that.
Does he, though?
Ugh. Rachni Queen. I guess everything's valuable to someone.
Rude. We are best friends with the Rachni Queens. The one remaining queen that is out there, at least. Turian sculpture.
Doesn't look like much, but that might be one of the most valuable pieces here. Turian art is rare outside of Paladin. For good reason, I say.
Is that commentary on modern art? Probably. And this guy seems ready to charge.
I feel like its eyes are following me. Yikes.
It's made of stone.
This looks like Quarian script. Wow. This has got to be old. When was the last time the Quarians wrote on stone?
Good point. Now they don't even have a place to write on stone.
That's impressive. Not sure what it is, though.
Yeah, that also sounds like commentary on modern art. To me, it looks like a larger-than-life replica of Pirate ore. And we are getting closer to this. There's a gray box, but also Casa Fabrications Locust.
That's a Casa Locust. No, the Casa Locust. The gun that killed 2 presidents. Gorgeous. It even comes with a perfect copy, too. I'm sure Hock won't mind if we borrowed these.
This is valuable.
Locust SMG acquired and equipped. The following squad members are now able to use this weapon. Quite a few. And this is really good. We also get some more information about it. So that's actually one of the reasons why I wanted to do this right now. So that I could get an upgraded submachine gun. But also, there's this gray box. So let's pick it up and get out of here.
Oh my god. There it is.
don't bother, Miss Goto. It's code-locked. I had a feeling that was you at the door. I knew if it was really you, you'd get through anyway.
You know me. I don't like to disappoint.
I need what's in your grey box, Kasumi. You know I'm willing to kill you for it. I'll admit your skills are impressive. You got into my vault like I'd left it open, but you're still going to die, screaming, just like your old friend. No!
Have I got your attention?
That shut him up.
Kill them!
Alright, escape Hock's facility. There's a bunch of enemies out there, and we only have Kasumi still. This is a pretty good time for sniper shot. Oh, that's Chief Ro. Well, you're coming with me. Oops.
Going dark. Burn, bitch! Deploying combat drone!
That's rather annoying.
Downstairs.
Oh. They can also throw flashbang grenades. Quite like in Unreal 2. Except it leaves an after image. Okay, you guys are very close together, so... do this, disable... let's see, what else? There's a few guys that I can mind control. Yeah, that didn't do that much to the shields. Now let's mind control this guy.
Over there!
Armor.
My shields are down.
Oh. Can't do much.
I see them!
Yeah, Chief Ro got all things back. Oh, can't even do that. Huh.
Hostile spot!
Oh, come on. Oh, well, that helps. Come on, Chief Ro.
Me.
Nice. Come on. Said, oh, come on. Need to move over here for that to work.
Need some cover!
Cloaking.
Thanks.
Checking blueprints. There's a landing pad to the east. Let's get out of here.
Joker, bring the shuttle in. Now!
Alright. Oh, that was something. Having only 2 squad members is difficult, and it's going to get even more difficult. Now we know that Donovan Hock in fact knows that we're in. Also, Locust. It climbs, but it's really accurate. And it does a decent amount of damage, too. For AI, though, it might be better to use a different SMG,
Trying something different.
And most enemies are, in fact, with... yeah, longer range encounters and a center machine gun. Most enemies have shields, actually. So that is a good idea. Alright, let's move on. There's a weapons locker. We don't need to change. Actually, do we? Maybe we do. I'll give Kasumi back the Tempest for a bullet storm effect. Put this back on. Let's see.
Get ready.
Oh. That's the flashbang grenade. Yep, that is the flashbang grenade indeed. Also, that's a heavy mech. Of course, I cannot take on a mech on my own. But I do want to take out all the others. And in fact, using a sniper rifle is the best choice here. I don't actually see any enemies. Arg. So I don't have a choice but to get back up.
Sweet! Look out!
Nice. Thankfully, this mech did not go closer to where we are. Okay. Let's go to a better position. Whoa, rude. Don't do that. There's a vanguard. You need to come with me.
Well done.
Nice. Where's that guy? Come on. You're getting annoying. Now let's move here. Come on. Well, that works. Alright. Caution. Save, so we're not missing anything, hopefully.
The wrath of the vault sealed them in.
Damn it! We have to find another way.
Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. They have these interesting looking APCs though. Somewhat reminiscent of the Mako. I think these were actually modifications to like an early model of Mako. We even see a logo of a Mako. Same thing there. Alright, well, we should go outside of this place, but since this is a good stopping point, let's stop for the time being. And, yeah. Escape Hock's facility. Find your way out of Donovan Hock's secure facility. But we did get some some contact entries about the things that we've seen, so let's go take a look. Casa Fabrications Locust. The gun that killed 2 presidents is the infamous legacy of the Casa Fabrications Model 12 Locust. Originally created for the Systems Alliance, who wanted a lightweight weapon for high-gravity worlds, the Locust was designed to overcome the limitations of traditional submachine guns at long range. With bullet velocity of modern weapons already pushed to the limit, the Locust designers sought a way to improve accuracy through reducing weapon kick. They created an internal floating bed that absorbs the gun's recoil with minimal jarring of the gun frame itself. The barrel, magazine, chamber, and operating mechanism all move within this bed, which absorbs shock with springs and buffers. This creates a platform stable enough that the Locust can use auto-targeting software usually reserved for match-grade weapons. The Locust lethality on shielded targets has been amply demonstrated. In 2176, a Virginian patent clerk named Michael Moser Lang brought a Locust concealed in a shoulder-mounted video camera to a photo opportunity between Enrique Aguilar, President of the United North American States, and Chinese People's Federation Premier Ying Xiong. At a distance of about 25 meters, Lang pierced the kinetic barriers covering the stage with the first burst, and when Xiong heroically tackled Aguilar to remove him from the line of fire, Lang's succeeding bursts went through the Premier's body and fatally wounded both men. Donovan Hock's collection contains 2 antique ivory-handled Baroccas, modified to take thermal clips. A detachable data drive rests in the lining of the box, containing Omnitool specifications for fabricating copies. A quick trip to the extranet reveals one of the weapons has the same serial number as Lang's original. If it's a fake, it's extremely well made. Interesting. So, China's president was a bear. Okay. And lastly, Lady Liberty. The Statue of Liberty was the target of several terrorist attacks over its 210-year lifetime. But in 2096, a motley group called Freedom's First, finally brought the statue down. Protesting the induction of Canada and Mexico into the United North American States, the New York chapter of Freedom's First wanted a symbol that they would secede from this new union, if necessary. In the early morning hours of November 1st, they smuggled small arms and 15.5 tons of high explosive into Liberty Island. Shooting or capturing the guards, they planted the explosives under the pedestal and detonated them at 7:37 a.m. The statue crashed to the ground in pieces, unexpectedly killing 4 of the Freedom's First terrorists. The remaining team members were apprehended after long manhunts, but the damage was done. The outrage at the secessionists kindled the fires of the Second American Civil War. On November 4th, President Caitlin Chung signed an executive order to rebuild the statue. Approximately 1/10 of the steel beams and copper plating from the destroyed statue was recovered and used in creating the new one. The original's head was put on display at the National Museum of American History in Washington, D.C. It remained there for 2 years, until the Battle of Washington. During heavy shelling by secessionist forces, the head disappeared. A new statue was completed in 2101, and the fate of the original pieces was left for speculation and pulp novels. Interest flared up briefly in 2159, when photos surfaced of the head in the cargo hold of a star freighter. But by that time, human media were far more concerned with the future. In the face of humanity spreading out among thousands of new planets, a statue titled Liberty Enlightening the World seemed small and quaint by comparison. Alright, so apparently now the United North American States takes up the entirety of North America, but not everyone was fond of that. I can imagine that. But how Hock got hold of it is another question entirely. But we're done with the Codex once again. So let's save, and next time we will continue trying to get out of this vault. Later.